that, he threw for more yards, 3,660 with 27 TDs and 10 interceptions. But I definitely wanted you to kind of share, what we were kind of talking about with the disrespect of the black quarterback.
Oh man, that's a whole list of that. You got time? You might add hours.
Yeah, we
no, but it's so crazy because I know another thing you also got to look at in the stats is one of the things they're trying to put a knock on him is his completion percentage increased each year. Yeah. Now, and it's also funny because they kind of contradict themselves. On one hand, they say, oh, well, his accuracy is an issue, blah, 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 blah. But then when you look at Josh Allen, quarterback out of Wyoming, let's put that out there, Wyoming,
exactly,
only had a 56% completion rating. And then I think Mel Kiper came to the fact and was like, well, don't just focus on the numbers. He's a winner. And it's like, well, I see two issues with that. First of all, you use numbers against one guy. Okay, that's one thing. And two, he's never had a real winning season at Wyoming. I think he averaged, 7 wins a season, maybe. Against, I hate to say it like this, but it's college sport, lesser talent.
Yeah. His conference, period. I mean, you playing in the Big Sky Conference, and he's playing in the ACC. Two completely different realms.
And that's why a lot of people were trying to compare him to Carson Wentz, but I was like, Carson Wentz went to 2 national titles.
Right.
Like, he didn't get to play in his final year because he was hurt, but he got his team to the national title.
Yeah. I mean,
so what are we talking about? It's not even a real comparison.
Right. This is not even a conversation. Like, people keep saying, like, they want to make this into something. It's nothing. He's better than Sam Darnold, who was at USC for 2 years and did nothing. Did not win a Heisman.
Nope.
Did not get his team. They lost to multiple teams that they shouldn't have lost to, number one. Number two, he was put into the talks of the Heisman, and he was nowhere near at the end of the season, Darnold was not a favorite for the Heisman.
No.
And then people talk about Rosen. Rosen was there for 3 years.
Got 2 bum.
Right. He's a guy that thinks he's better than what he is. And I'm not trying to tear down any of these kids, but I'm trying to say is that you cannot disrespect the black quarterback and then say all these other guys are great when they're not great. It's in the numbers. It's in the stats. I'm not making this stuff up.
And that was my whole issue is that, okay, if we're going to be critical, let's be critical across the board.
Right.
It was funny because you had Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield, I don't know why, it's terrible. Baker Mayfield, who has behavior issues, because I remember he got arrested, ran from the cops, but that wasn't seen as a big deal. Okay, all right, fine, whatever. Then you had Josh Allen with accuracy issues. You have Darnold, who has issues with interceptions. Can't take care of the football. Rosen, who underachieved. How many times he was picked to bring UCLA to national titles and this and that, win the Pac-12, and they were average.
Exactly. And
his biggest word was when he came back and beat A&M.
The other thing with Rosen is that this kid was a freshman, and in his dorm room, I don't know if you heard about this story, in his dorm room, he somehow got a hot tub in there. Like, I don't even know how he got it in there, but that was his freshman year. Have we heard any stories from Lamar Jackson? Have you heard of him doing anything?
No.
Have you heard of him smoking weed on the street? Have you heard about him running from the cops? Have you heard about any of that? No, we have not. So again, that's another step up on him compared to these other guys that they don't seem to mention. And I cannot wait until he gets to the league so he can tear it up and all these people can eat their words.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah, it's just funny. It seemed like they were reaching or trying to find a reason to not like him. So it went from, like you said, Bill Polian and talking about, oh, he's small or he's short. And I was like, dude's 6'2". He's 6'2". Mayfield is barely 6 foot. They gave him 6 foot, let's be honest. But he's short.
Yeah, like
and
that.
they were
That
like,
just doesn't add up. They're trying to make excuses. Yeah, I shout out to Mo Cheese in the chat room, but I think the Heisman, winning the Heisman, especially from Louisville. How many players from Louisville has won the Heisman? I don't know.
I can't name one.
Obviously, it can't be that many. So that alone by itself is a feat, and I just can't. Like I said, I can't wait till he gets to the league. But one other topic we have to say, rest in peace to Greg Popovich's wife, which I didn't know. I didn't know she was sick, and like 67. She was 67. Battled. It just says battling an illness. It didn't say what. They were married for 4 decades. They had 2 children, as well as 2 grandchildren. That hurts. I mean, that hurts. I'm sure that's going to be very, very difficult for him to come back from. But it sounds like it was sudden because I didn't know she was ill. But I just wanted to definitely say that Pop is one of the best coaches ever. His demeanor is legendary, especially in press conferences. his audio is legendary.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, shout out to him, and prayers up to him because, like you said, I didn't know she was sick either. I believe he said he's missing the next game, game 3. If they haven't, I don't know if they played that. Yeah, but I know they say he's going to be missing the game, which of course that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but I'm not coaching the game. If my wife, I'm done. I'm this season's over with for me. I gotta, you gotta get your head. You gotta get your head right. Gotta get your family right. Gotta figure out where you go from here. So, but R.I.P. to Greg Popovich's wife. He said he's not coaching the next game. The Golden State is already leading the series 3-0. I believe they play tomorrow. So it's really a wrap for the Spurs anyway. So I think he can. Don't have to worry about the game.
Yeah, just call it a quit for the rest of the season, man. Just go sit down.
Yeah.
Chill with your family because I don't see them winning a game in this series.
Right. All right, so we are gonna take a break. When we get back, we're talking NBA playoffs. We got some games from last night. We got some games going to be coming on today. We're still taking callers, too. I'll put that info in the chat room. We can have multiple people on, freeconferencecall.com. It's actually free. I thought they were going to charge me, but it is free like it says it is. So if anybody wants to call in, you can do that. But we'll be right back. We'll be talking NBA playoffs. Stay tuned. Looking to get the perfect gift for the lady in your life? Especially with Mother's Day coming around, let's not wait till the last minute. Business owner BRANDI Franklin is here for you. Purchase cosmetics through her unique line by visiting uniqueproducts.com/beautiful2018, and unique is spelled YOUNIQUE, or trendy and affordable purses, totes, and bags through her My 31 line by visiting my31.com, which is all spelled out, /1964670. Also, like BRANDI's Facebook pages at Beautiful 2018 VIP and 31 with BRANDI to be up to date on exclusive deals and virtual parties. If you're interested in starting your own business, join BRANDI's team for just $99. You'll get a full presenter's kit and everything you need to be successful. Email her at brandy.howler95@gmail.com for more details.
She was such a social butterfly, but in disguise, she was still a baby. And though she knew that she was heaven sent, her influence pushed her to be lazy. It's such a crime. She's growing up to make the same mistakes without learning her lessons. She's wasting time, and it's so clear that she probably won't make any progression. Oh, little girl, watch yourself. Think about you. Nobody else can be what you aspire. God knows the desires of your heart. And little girl, what happened to all those things you wanted to come true? Don't go from a beauty queen to the same old scene of being nothing, no, nothing, no.
We are back. So that was Elise Amara. I had her on last week's show. That song was called Little Girl, and she has an EP out called Soul Haven. You get it wherever the music is sold. Man, love listening to her songs. She's got that soulful feel. And Q, you probably check that out too. I don't know if you heard last week's show, but she's here in Dallas.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely go check it out.
Yeah. All right, so this NBA playoff talk, and that's the reason why the title of the show is Nate and the boys are hooping, and that is in reference to Nate McMillan and the Pacers, who were just surprising everyone, definitely surprising me, especially with Oladipo, aka Wakanda, who is balling out right now. And shout out to someone sound like they just joined into the conference. Hey, it's Chief Rago. What's going on, Chief?
Good, man. Got it, man. What's going on? What's up, Q? What's
man, just try another day, man.
Oh, another day, another dollar, huh? $50 huh?
Yeah,
we
Chief.
gotta do what we can do.
Appreciate you, Chief, for calling in. What you want to talk about?
Oh, no, we was kicking it in the chat room about a couple of things. For one, Big L said that Lamar Jackson is the most underrated Heisman winner.